Okay, so good day, Dr. Zhu, and we are from Group 1, and this is our final circuit for the elevator controller system. So this is a final circuit where we have 5 main components, and we have gathered our inputs and outputs down below here. So we have the counter, and then we have a clock controller, room card detector, passcode, as well as a comparator. So let's go down here to the bottom. We have gathered our input and output so that we can have an easier comparison and also view of it. So yeah, okay. So first of all, let's restart this again. Okay, we have the power and switch for the clock controller, preset and clear for the counter, target level, which is entered by the user by which level does they want to go. So for this target, it is going to be fit into the comparator, room card detector, and then 6 buttons here for the passcode inputs, and then X for counter up, counter down, and also the clock for the clock controller. So let's clear things up. Okay, and let's see. So let's say if I want to go to level 4, and can see the doors lights are off, which means that the doors is closed. And then let's say I give him the room card. Okay, the LED is on, and we are going up. So clock counter from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the doors are open. So let's say if I go to level 2, and I give it a passcode which is 1010. The lights are on, and then we're going down. So from 4, 3, and 2. So this is the generally how does the entire system work. And so before diving into the details of how each components function and work with each other, we are going to have a components breakdown so that we can see what inputs does it take and what outputs does each part give us. So first up, we're going to start with the counter. Okay, so for the counter, there are going to be 4 inputs, which is X, preset, clear, and also the clock. So for X, which is the counting up or counting down, is going to be given by the user. Preset and clear, which will be set at the start, at the beginning. So at the beginning, we are going to clear the counter. Okay, and then we are not going to change the preset and clear anymore in the future. So next we are going to have the clock. So it is an input that is given by the clock controller. So now we are going to just use a push button here to indicate things. So for the output, we have Q2, Q1, and Q0, by Q0 being the least significant bit and Q2 being the most significant bit. So this output is going to be the current level that the leaf is at. Okay, so let's say if my X is 0 and I'm going to count up. So clock going from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and it will stop at 7. Okay, this is a saturated counter by means that it is not going back to 0. Okay, so if we are going down, counting down from 7, so we'll go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So this is a counter, and these outputs are going to be fit into the comparator. So next we are going to discuss about the comparator. Okay, so the comparator takes in 2 inputs. First is the desired level, which is going to be entered by the user, and also the current level, which is given by the counter. So we have this outside of the box, which will show the current level. So the comparator is going to give an integer, a binary value, either 1 or 0, to indicate if they are at the same level or at a different level. So if they are at the same level, the output is going to be 0, and if it is at a different level, the output is going to be 1. So for now, the target level and also current level is 0, and therefore the output is 0. And let's say if I change it to maybe another level, okay, the output will be different. So it will be 1, and the output is going to be 1 because they are at a different level. So the output of the comparator is going to be fit into the next 3 components, which are the clock controller, the key detector, and also the passcode. Yeah, so we are going to have a look at the room card detector first. The room card detector and the passcode is actually working as the same. We are using an SR latch, and also we are using an SR latch so that we can reset the value after the destination is reached, so that another person going to another level have to be authorized before they can use the lift. So for the room card, we're using push button over here. So let's say if the person gives in a room card, we're going to set it to 1, and then I'm going to reset it to 0, and then again. So the reason that we're using a push button is that, like, you just tap on the card a while and you're not going to tapping the card forever. So we are using the push button over here. And also for the reset, it is connected to the complement of the comparator. So we would like to reset it when the lift has reached its destination. So when the current level and the target level is the same, the comparator will be 0. However, when we want to reset it, we need to complement it to make it 1. So we have the complement of comparator over here. So when another person when it's reached its destination, okay, and another person is going to tap to choose the desired level, which will make the current level and the target level different, and thus the complement of the comparator will be 0, and so the person has to put in the room card to make it 1. And now we're going to the passcode detector, which is working the same way. So let's clear things up first. Okay, the set are all connected to the buttons or where the user is going to key in the passcode, and also the reset is connected to the comparator. So as you can see, the passcode inside is 1010, where we can actually reset it by changing the value of the switch. And so let's say 1010 and put in the correct one, 1010, so the output will be 1. We're using a comparator kind of thing over here, where we're going to use the XNOR gate and an AND gate over here. So when they reach the same level, the complement of comparator will be 1, the latches will be reset, and if they choose another level, the complement of comparator will be 0, and the reset is changed to 0. And let's say if you've forgotten what you pressed, because we are not using a switch, we are using a push button. It's just same like the car kit where you press buttons for the passcode only. And then another reason is that if you use a switch, another person may be able to see what have you key inside. So we are going to use a push button. So let's say if I forgot what I pushed, so I can press the clear over here. It's just like a reset in this case. So we're going to clear, and then 1010, and we have the output passcode to be 1. Okay, and so finally we're going to the clock controller. So the clock controller is an input for our counter. So it takes in other inputs to make the things work. So the clock controller is going to be 1 by having some other factors to be correct first. So let's say, so of course for the clock controller we're going to have a clock which is going to be changing, and the clock is going to be 1 if and only if there is power, which means that there's power supply, the elevator is on where we have start, and then the person is authorized. So it is either room card or by passcode. So we have an OR gate here, which means that the person can use the lift if he have a passcode or a room card. And then finally we have a comparator. So the lift is going to move only if the current level and the target level are different. So the comparator will give us a 1 in this case. So let's say if I have a room card and then I press the clock, it's going to give an output of 1 over here. So if I press it, it'll be 1 and 1010 like that. So if I don't have a room card and then I have passcode, it works the same. And if they are at the same level, okay, the clock will not work. It will remain at 0. So this value will be fed into the counter of this above here. Okay, so now let's look at the another one. this circuit is actually same as the first one that we show you, which is this one. This one is the first circuit that I show you, and it is our final one. And this circuit is the same one, however, we haven't pulled out the inputs and outputs yet. So you have a clearer view on how things are connected and how they work with each other. So first of all, we have the counter as the same. We have the X, preset, and clear. However, the counter input is going to be given by the clock controller down below here. So we have the clock controller, and it gives in a value to the clock. And next we have the room cut detector over here like this, and so we can see that the reset is connected to the complement of the comparator. So you can see over here we have a reset over here connected to all the latches, and it's a complement, so it is connected to the output of the comparator over here. And then we have the inputs of the current level. Okay, from here Q, and we bring it down to the comparator, and then it's compared to the desired level chosen by the user. So the output is going to be fed out the comparator, it's going to be fed out to the reset, as well as the clock controller right over here. So we are going to do it quick, have a quick run on this. So we are going to switch on everything and clear things up. Okay, so I'm going to choose and go to level 3 and going up, and then I have a room cut. Okay, and so X is 0 and I'm going up from 0. We have a clock here, 1, 2, 3, and it's not going up anymore. So when we reach the same level, if I change, I want to go to level 5. Okay, it's not going to move because I haven't given my room card or my passcode, so I'm not authorized yet. So let's say if I give in the passcode, then it will work. 4, 5. Yeah, and it stopped at 5. So finally, we are going to go back to the first circuit that is shown, which is this one where I pull all the inputs and outputs. So I believe that it is now being so clear that how these inputs and outputs work with each other. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay, so as you can see, we have a door over here. The door is connected to the comparator, so we complement it, so we have a door. So when it is at the same level, the comparator will give us a 0, and so when we complement it, it's going to be 1, the door is going to be open when we are at the same level. So first up, we are going to clear things up. Okay, and I'm going to enter my desired level, level 5, and I give him a room cut, and so the LED here is on. So this is connected to the Q of the latch connected to the room cut input, and then we are going to go up. Okay, going up, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can see the doors are open, okay, and the LED for the room cut is off. So let's say if I want to go to level 2, okay, the doors are closed, and then I give in a passcode. Okay, oh, it doesn't light up because I pressed all 4. So if I want to clear, I can press a clear over here, and I start again. 1, 0, 1, 0, the lights are on, and I'm going down. Okay, I'm going down. So 5, 4, 3, 2. The doors are open and the LED for the passcode are off. So that's all. Okay, just to mention that all our inputs and outputs are connected at the most left, and the outputs are connected at the most right of the circuit. So that's all from our group, and thank you very much.